Kate Czaplinski with the latest local news. And later in the show, John Kovacs joins me to preview our front pages of all of our newspapers this week. Frank Rito is back with us for a look at your forecast and later on, a Nutmeg sports update. But first, Fairfield police say a sexual assault reported on August 1st did not occur, and the woman who made the report has since retracted her statement. The woman reported that the crime occurred at Jennings Beach in the afternoon of August 1st. Now, at the time, the woman gave police a description of the suspect. Well, while investigating those allegations, the Detective Bureau found no evidence to corroborate the victim's account of what had occurred. After further investigation, the 18-year-old female complainant who lives in Bridgeport confirmed that she was not a victim of sexual assault, nor was she the victim of any other crime. It has yet to be determined, police said, whether or not charges will be filed against her. Now, Fairfield police say despite the outcome of this incident, the department takes every report of sexual assault seriously and conducts a full and thorough investigation into all complaints. They say it's their hope that this discovery does not discourage future crime victims from coming forward and restores public confidence that the Fairfield community is safe. In other news, in Trumbull, a basement dehumidifier appears to have been the cause of an early morning fire Monday on Bittersweet Lane. According to Long Hill Chief Alex Russo, the department responded to the fire in a home at about 1:45 in the morning. The occupants had been awakened by the home's smoke detectors. The first arriving firefighters found a fire in the basement, which was quickly extinguished. The fire did not spread to other parts of the house. No firefighters were injured in the incident, although one resident was taken to the hospital for observation. A total of 8 trucks responded, including 2 rescue vehicles. Trumbull Center, Nichols, and Stepney fire departments provided mutual aid, while Shelton fire companies provided standby. Now, according to Russo, this is the second fire in 2 days that appeared to have been caused by a dehumidifier. The presence of smoke detectors once again made a critical difference, he said. Residents who do not have working smoke detectors in their house should install them immediately. Russo said had the residents not had those working smoke detectors, the outcome of the fire may have been tragic. And the News-Times reports that as Danbury police investigate the death of an 18-year-old, Gabe Bardo, family members are taking comfort in the fact that Bardo, who was an organ donor, has saved several lives. Jeff Bardo, Gabe's father, told the News-Times Wednesday that doctors were able to use his son's organs to save the lives of 8 other people. Gabe was found laying unconscious next to his car around 6 in the evening Saturday on Abbott Street. Now, the windshield of the car had been smashed in from the outside, but Gabe didn't show any external injuries, his father said. Gabe was pronounced dead on Monday. Doctors have told family members that Gabe had a lot of bleeding in his brain and could have suffered from an aneurysm, but officials with the state medical examiner's office said Wednesday that the cause of death will require some further studies and investigation. Police have yet to say much about the case, except that they continue to investigate it. And police in New Haven say a man was critically injured when he was pinned between a car and a tree as he was giving his 11-year-old daughter a driving lesson. New Haven police say the 25-year-old man jumped out of the car and tried to stop it as it reversed toward a house on Wednesday. The car crashed through a fence and struck a gas line before pinning him. The man was taken to a hospital in critical condition. The girl was not injured. Now, several nearby homes were evacuated as crews tried to stop that gas leak. And in other news, the Bridgeport Sound Tigers hockey team is arguing that plans to turn the Harbor Yard ballpark into a concert venue would represent competition barred in the Tigers' contract with Bridgeport City Hall. That, according to a report by the Connecticut Post. Now, the Sound Tigers play in the Webster Bank Arena, and the team organization operates that arena, a concert and event venue next door to the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Both are easily recognized landmarks along Interstate 95. Now, in a letter Wednesday to Bridgeport Mayor Joe Ganim and City Council members, Tigers owner John Ledecky wrote that the amphitheater plan was a grave development and would violate the hockey team's operating pact with Bridgeport. The project would be constructed and operated by former Sound Tigers owner Howard Safan, a developer from Weston, and a mammoth concert promoter, Live Nation. Now, we spoke with Safan about the plan yesterday on CT Pulse. He told us at the time he would work with Webster Bank Arena to create some synergy between the two venues. Safan is former president of the Sound Tigers. Ledecky, however, cited a non-competition section of the Tigers' contract for the arena, barring the city from constructing any facility that would compete for events and would have a material adverse impact on its revenue generation. And in Darien, a homeless man arrested for trespassing at a Post Road Realty office on July 30th was found to be in possession of a stolen laptop taken from another Darien business. Police identified the man as 24-year-old Carl Agbemabes while patrolling the Post Road and lost sight of him near 671 Post Road, Halstead Properties. Now, the suspect was known to police from prior encounters and had been instructed not to enter private property. Officers found him in the building's first-floor bathroom and placed him under arrest for trespassing. While searching him, police found an Apple MacBook computer and determined that it had been reported stolen from Alcone Marketing, another Post Road business, in early July. The suspect allegedly admitted to taking the computer and clearing its hard drive for personal use. He was charged with burglary, larceny, computer crime, and criminal trespassing. Now, in other news, a Stratford man was arrested after police said he left his dog in his hot truck without any water. Hearst Connecticut Media reports that 44-year-old Scott Fisher of Klondike Street was charged with cruelty to animals, failure to vaccinate, and failure to have a dog license. He was released on a promise to appear in court. Now, police said on Saturday afternoon they received a complaint of a dog in distress in a truck that was parked outside the Pickle Barrel on Main Street. When officers got to the scene, police said they saw the white dog standing on the front passenger seat of the truck panting. They said the driver's side window was open a crack and the inside temperature of the truck was 99 degrees. Police said officers opened the truck and took the dog, which appeared to be dehydrated, to the animal shelter. Sometime later, police said Fisher showed up at the shelter to reclaim his dog, Xena. Police said he told them he had been eating lunch in the Pickle Barrel and had left the dog in the car to ensure that no one broke into it. He reportedly told police, "She is like my alarm." All right, well, let's switch gears now. Happy to have Frank Granito back to bring us a look at the forecast. Frank.
Thank you, Kate. We're looking at a beautiful day around Fairfield County. Mostly sunny skies, comfortable conditions throughout the day. An expected high of 82 degrees, and not too humid, but it is humid enough that that number will feel more like 90. A little increase in cloud cover in the late afternoon, but we'll see mostly clear skies overnight and a low of 64 heading to Friday. Cooler out tomorrow as we get closer to what looks to be a wet Saturday around the county. Early morning sunshine and temperatures in the low to mid 80s are going to make way for increasing afternoon cloud cover. Maybe a passing shower or two Friday evening. Overcast skies tomorrow night, a low of 65 and a couple more brief showers. Saturday is going to be filled with mostly cloudy skies, periods of showers spread throughout the day. Not as warm again Saturday with temperatures between 75 to 78 degrees. Very humid out. Showers continue through Saturday evening. Skies begin to clear up in the late evening and overnight with a low of 71 as we head into Sunday morning to wrap up the weekend. That's going to do it for this weather update. Let's go back over to Kate.
All right. Thanks so much, Frank. Well, we're going to step out for a break, and when we come back, Frank will have your Nutmeg Sports Update, and we have some more local news coming up after this.
Now teeing off, Paul Miller from Miller Nissan in Fairfield.
Excuse me, Mr. Miller. What about my new Sentra?
Right now, lease a 2017 Sentra S for only $97 a month.
He is never going to retire.
Things are heating up this summer. See some of the world's best tennis players at the Connecticut Open presented by United Technologies. Enjoy food trucks, entertainment, and special events throughout the week, August 18th through the 26th. Get tickets at connecticutopen.org.
School's out, the weather is hot, and the fish are biting. Whether you're heading to the beach or out on a boat, stop in at the dock shop before you go to fill your beach bag or tackle box with everything you'll need for fun in the sun. A new beach cover-up, some sunscreen, or just some bait, the Dock Shop has you covered from either location. 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport. And yes, you heard that right. Bait is now available in Darien and Westport. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport. DockShop.com.
Want a new experience in car buying? No aggravation, no confrontation, just answers to all your questions. Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car buying the way you want it to be. With one of the largest selections of new 2- and 4-door Jeep Wranglers available, we are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Located in Fairfield, Connecticut, we're easy to get to. Just 2.5 miles off the Merritt Parkway, exit 44 via Route 58 South. Save thousands right now at the Summer Clearance event. Now through August 31st.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Welcome back to this Thursday edition of your coffee break on the HAN Network. Let's throw it back over to Frank Granito for a Nutmeg Sports Update. Frank.
Thank you, Kate. And let's go up to Bristol, Connecticut, where the Fairfield American 12-year-old team competing in the New England Regionals for the Little League Baseball Championships used 2 big innings to knock off New Hampshire 9-4 and earn a spot in Saturday's regional championship game. New Hampshire held a 3-0 advantage after 3 innings. 2 runs scored on Tyler McKay's fielder choice in the bottom of the 3rd, and it looked like it might be enough to hold on to because Michael Iannazzazzo was cruising, holding 6 straight Connecticut batters to force out, before the 4th. But after that, Connecticut would break it open. They would lead 5-3 and then 6-4 heading into the top of the 6th before Anthony Pollock with a double with the bases loaded, driving in 3 runs. Connecticut relievers Matt Vivona and Tyler Bauer would combine to allow just 4 hits and 1 run over the last 2.1 innings. This has been an impressive run so far, Kate. Connecticut's squad of Fairfield American, they've won both games now by a combined 17-4. One more win on Saturday, and they will be heading off to Williamsport to be the first Connecticut team since 2013 to represent the region in the World Series. We also want to give a shout out and wish the best of luck to the Trumbull 14U travel team. They are headed down to Glen Allen, Virginia this weekend to start their World Series quest. Good luck, boys. We're all pulling for you. Hopefully you're coming back on, and this time you got a big trophy to bring with you. That's going to do it for this Nutmeg Sports Update. Let's go back over to Kate.
All right. Thanks so much, Frank. Well, in other local news, Team Inc. is presenting its first ever runway for Meals fashion show and luncheon to help support the Meals on Wheels program. This event's going to be on August 26th, and the models will be wearing designs by Dress Barn and Dress Barn Women, Secombs Men's Shop, and Joseph A. Bank and Justice. Now, lunch begins at 11 a.m., followed by the fashion show at noon. There will also be a silent auction before and during lunch. Now, ticket donation is $30 for adults, $20 for seniors, and $10 for children under 10. You can get a lot more information at sheltonherald.com. And Easton's new police dog has been named in honor of a true hero. Canine Officer TJ, who's a sable German Shepherd and the police department's newest member, received a hero's welcome from enthusiastic residents at a special Board of Police Commissioners meeting recently. Now, he's named in honor of Staff Sergeant Todd TJ Labreco, who was 22 years old and from Sherman. He was killed in action while serving in Afghanistan in 2013 with the United States Air Force. Now, TJ's father, Todd J. Labreco, is a former colleague of Easton Police Chief Tim Shaw at the Stamford Police Department. Labreco attended the August 7th Police Commission meeting with his family, sharing his son's story. He said that back on September 5th, 2013, TJ was alerted to an enemy presence by one of the service dogs in his unit. He pushed the dog and his handler to safety and opened fire, allowing the squad to take cover. The enemy returned fire, and TJ was hit and died from his injuries. Now, Labreco said that his son loved dogs, and their family is honored that the police dog has been named in his honor. You can read a lot more on that story at eastoncourier.com. And in other news, Straight Talk with Tracy, a Silver Hill Hospital production, returns today on HAN with a new episode that's tackling body image, self-esteem, and eating disorders. Now, host Tracy Masella is joined by Dr. Aaron Clyfield, the director of Silver Hill Hospital's Eating Disorders program. Dr. Clyfield and Masella discuss measuring self-worth, social media's impact on body image, and warning signs of eating disorders in young people. You can watch the show live at noon right here on HAN.network. All right, we're going to step out for a break, and when we come back, John Kovach joins me to preview our front pages this week after this.
Want a new experience in car buying? Skep Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, skepchryslerjeep.com or skepdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now at the Summer Clearance event. Now through August 31st.
Celebrate summer with fresh made-to-order picnic boxes from Walter Stewart's Market. We have delicious summery selections from buttermilk fried chicken to grilled lemon chicken kebab, grilled shrimp Caesar salad wraps, or lobster salad rolls. Our easy-to-carry picnic boxes come with your choice of a meal, as well as a dessert, beverage, and utensils. Order online for simple pickup options. Walter Stewart's Market, 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, and online at stewartsmarket.com.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Baystar and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
At In Sports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Registration is now open for our fitness training programs for high school athletes. The In Sports Performance Center is offering blast speed classes, athletic functional movement assessments, and both men's and women's elite speed and strength training. Our premier programs help bring athletes to the next level. Call 203-268-1214 for more information. Like and follow us on Facebook.
At Pure Barre Ridgefield, our tried and true method can shape every body and fit any schedule. Pure Barre is a total body workout using the ballet bar to perform small isometric movements which burn fat, sculpt muscles, and create long, lean physiques. Sweat away the day and get lost in the music. Pure Barre Ridgefield, located at 86 Danbury Road. Like us on Facebook at Pure Barre Ridgefield.
I'm Tracy Masella, a licensed clinical social worker at Silver Hill Hospital in New Canaan. Join me each month as we talk with experts on the front lines of the treatment of mental health and addiction. Straight Talk with Tracy, a Silver Hill Hospital production, airs at 12 p.m. on the second Thursday of each month here on the HAN network.
Welcome back to this Thursday edition of your Coffee Break on the HAN Network. I'm joined by John Kovach, our editorial director, to preview our front pages this week. John, what are you looking at first?
The big news in New Canaan, the miracle recovery of that 5-year-old boy who nearly drowned in the water park area at Chelsea Piers. Just an incredible story there. A bridge in New Canaan dedicated to veterans of World War II. Some merchants like the pop-up park in New Canaan and others do not. And affordable housing projects and how they fit into the changing state laws. All that in the next station to heaven. What do you have, Kate?
All right, well, I'm taking a look at the Trumbull Times. A police dog aiding in the capture of a home invasion suspect over the weekend, so some good news there. Also a story we just talked about, and that's a dehumidifier blamed for an early morning house fire. Similar fire happened just a couple days before, so, you know, firefighters taking a chance to remind everyone, make sure you have working smoke detectors, because that's what woke this family in this case. Now, we also have both political parties digging in for the fight over 7 districts. Swim Across the Sound, a feature on that. And John, another story by you, Wilton native assuming the soundkeeper role in a vessel honoring Terry Becker.
Darien High School juniors lead the state in terms of SAT average scores. Beautiful picture from her garden by Nancy Natale. Story we talked about yesterday, and that was the request from Governor Malloy's office for fiscal data from towns. How much do you have in your wallet that I can get from you, Kate?
Nothing. Maybe $1. Some change. All right.
I'll take it. Take what you can give. Police body camera in use now in Darien, so they would have witnessed me rolling Kate there. And a story I covered about the introduction of the new Long Island soundkeeper and christening of his boat in honor of the first soundkeeper the late Terry Backer.
All right, well, I'm taking a look at the Weston Forum. This week, big story on how more Weston juniors are meeting the SAT benchmark. So some good news for students there in Weston. We also have a new Canaan officer joining Weston's police force and a public hearing set for the proposed dog park there. That's coming up. And 2 candidates for the Board of Finance entering the municipal election. So a feature story on both of those candidates.
The field for November also getting crowded in Stratford, where Sandra Zalick has announced that she will consider an independent run for mayor. You have several candidates who have put in 4-party endorsements, are running in primaries, and collecting signatures to run as an independent should they lose the primary. Stratford Police now wearing body cameras. Free Fishing Day is coming up on Saturday. We'll talk more about that on Yankee Fisherman. And Rebirth and Return, the Soundkeeper story about Bill Lucy from Wilton.
All right, taking a look at the Wilton Bulletin. Again, a story about Wilton students earning some top scores in SATs, that information there. Pedestrian bridge hitting a cost block in Wilton. Also, students create and innovate at Camp Invention, and astronomer making plans for the solar eclipse. I know a lot of people are making plans for that upcoming eclipse, so more on that in the Wilton Bulletin.
Milford getting ready for the arrival of one of the nation's best oyster shuckers in time for the Milford Oyster Festival. That coming up the weekend of August 19th and 20th. Walnut Beach had a festival, and that has evolved into kind of more of an arts festival. They're trying to go for that Sono Arts Festival feel. That was last weekend. It was a great time there. Landscaping will be used to shroud solar panels, which is tougher to say than one might think, and the community garden in Milford, which really does get a lot of attention in full bloom. Great setup they have there.
All right, well, I'm taking a look at the Monroe Courier. Now, this is a story we've talked about across all the municipalities, but the state is considering cutting additional municipal aid. So Tina Marie Craven has a story on Monroe officials' reaction to that. Also, the Planning and Zoning Commission discussing an office proposal on Monroe Turnpike. Health Department offering some vaccines, and a nice feature on some folks who participated in the Pan Mass Challenge recently, Cycling for a Cure.
A road rage incident on Route 8 in Shelton resulted in an officer being assaulted and a man being arrested. Shelton was also site for the first time of a meeting of the Connecticut Board of Education, that thanks to Terry Jones. The Planning and Zoning Chairman has weighed in on the dynamics of the commission, given some recent comments from people who are choosing not to run for a new election. Great shots from the Butterfly Garden by Aaron Berkowitz. This is something that is being used at the intermediate school to enhance the curriculum there. And a mother-daughter tea party at the Shelton Library.
All right, well, taking a look at the Easton Courier, the Fireman's Carnival bringing some thrills and chills for its 76th season. That's quite a history there. Also, a new playground reflecting Easton's community spirit, and an Easton native starring in a Vietnam War film. So more on that in this week's Easton Courier.
Kate, do you say tomato or tomato?
Tomato.
Tomato, me too. One hot tomato on the cover of the Arts and Leisure section, as well as a reimagining of the classic Peter Pan story about to take flight in Fairfield, that in our Arts and Leisure section in all of our HAN network papers.
Now, before we wrap things up, of course, we have a busy day on the network. Coming up at noon, Straight Talk with Tracy, this month's brand new episode. Be sure to check it out. That is going to be on eating disorder awareness and social media's impact. It's a really great episode. And coming up at 1 o'clock, we have Yankee Fisherman. John, what are you talking about?
We've got a busy show. We've got a brand new author and his reflections on a fly rod. He will be appearing with our friends at the American Museum of Fly Fishing in Manchester, Vermont at their festival this coming weekend. We've got the new Soundkeeper, and we've got a hearing on new fishing regulations in Connecticut. I was up at the hearing in Hartford last night. We'll have an update from that.
All right, great. And of course, 2 o'clock, Nutmeg Sports, Frank Granito back in for that. We're going to wrap things up here on your coffee break, but stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow with the latest local news at 11. Have a great day.
That is a